Okay, guys, so it's 8 o'clock, time for us to get started. So welcome to the call, everybody. My name's Roger Garth. It's my pleasure to introduce the call to you. Tonight's presentation is going to be presented by one of our upline sponsors from Utah in the USA. His name is Brandon Boyd, and he's a Chairman 50 with the company. And he's going to do the presentation for no better reason that I can't think of anyone that does it better. So Brandon, over to you, my friend. 2 seconds.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
All right, well, guys, super excited. Let's see. Want to make sure you guys can hear me, right? Thumbs up.
Yep, I can. Yep.
Perfect. So again, my name is Brandon Boyd. Super excited to be on here every Wednesday. I come on with the UK team and people from around the globe to actually do an overview on how we're actually taking our phones and our computers and actually making money with them. This is something I've done I've actually been trading for about 5 years now, been with this company for just under 4 years. I've had tremendous amount of success doing this, and feel truly blessed and very grateful to have the opportunity to be able to share this on a daily basis with other people. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to do a share screen. Once you can actually see my screen, you can go ahead and put a yes there inside the chat. So about 20 years ago, I'd read a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and one of the interesting things that I learned in there that has carried me through to this day is what you're seeing here right in front of you. He said that 95% of people either work for someone else or work for themselves, yet they only control 5% of the world's wealth, which is very interesting, you know, because you got the majority of people doing these things, yet they control such a small percentage of the actual money. But then he pointed out that the business owners and investors control 95%, yet there's only 5% who are actually in those quadrants. And so my goal at that time, and then my goal today with you guys, is to help you to become investors and to become business owners. Now, some of you may already have your own businesses, or maybe you're already investors. Keep an open mind for this, because this has absolutely changed my life and my situation. So just by curiosity, how many of you have ever heard of the exchange markets? If you have, just put a 1 inside the chat box in front of you. When I first heard about this about 5 years ago, I had not actually really known much about the exchange markets, but here's what I found out. There are 12 zeros in the foreign exchange as far as the trading volume that takes place on a daily basis, which is over $5 trillion a day. Okay, $5 trillion on a daily basis. If you were to compare that to the stock market, just as an example, the stock market does about $22 billion a day, and that's where you're investing in, you know, companies and things like that. Whereas here you're actually trading currency. So you trade the US dollar, the Japanese yen, the Great British pound, the Canadian dollar, the peso, the US dollar, etc., and actually make money. It's a massive market that's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. Unlike the stock market that closes on a daily basis, this is the market that you can actually exchange in without owning any physical money. It's something I do literally right from my cell phone. And so I want to welcome you guys to the foreign exchange. The foreign exchange is not new. It's been around for a long time, but the ability for you to make money from your phone and computer is what's new. Because, you know, you used to have a high net worth in order to participate in trading Forex. And so I want to let you guys know today that this is something extremely powerful. And here's the good news right up front. You don't have to be a master at this. You don't need to spend much time doing this. I spend, when I tell people how to do this, less than 10 minutes a day actually being able to copy trades that are sent. And I'm going to show you that here in just a little bit. But there's also another market that's growing as well. And the cool thing is this is a market that is going towards $1 trillion. A lot of people have been hearing about it because it is becoming a global form of payment. You're going to see a lot of the merchants out there online and offline accepting this form of payment. You can also trade it without owning any physical money, again, right from your phone, right from your computer. It's known as digital currency. So you have Forex, but then you have digital currency market as well. So namely Bitcoin, Ripple. I just heard the other day that Warren Buffett had talked and invested into Ripple. So I decided, you know what, if Warren Buffett did it and he's a billionaire, one of the most successful investors of all time, then I'll probably do the same thing as well. So these two markets right here do so much trading volume. You now have the opportunity to follow us and let us show you how you can actually capitalize. And I know that the individuals that have actually put this webinar together have put a team together where they are literally winning every single trade that we actually put out. You guys will be able to see that here in just a little bit. So I'm part of a company. I partnered with I Am Academy, and they put together an education company. They're the #1 Forex education company in existence. And what they do is they give you the education and tools that you need to succeed as a trader and have your money work for you instead of you just working for money. So they put together a few academies. You have the Forex Education Academy, you have the Digital Currency Academy, and then you have the Home-Based Business Academy as well. And that's basically where you can get the tax deductions, create a passive income, and then you can use that income to have more money to trade with. So this is something I've done for about 20 years in that space and been very successful with. And I'll show you in a little bit how that breaks down. But you need to understand that this is very powerful. You need to look at this like a university education course without paying thousands of dollars. Okay, so look at this like you're actually going to college, you're going to the university, and you're learning a skill that you can take with you now the rest of your life. Very, very powerful. So one of the cool things that we put together is what's called Go Live. On Go Live, these are live sessions where you have access to over 100 of our full-time educators. They get on live sessions, they educate you, and then they send trade ideas. These trade ideas you can actually take right on your phone or computer, whatever it is that you tend to use the most. You can be on a live session, and guess what? You will actually follow the trade that they themselves are putting in. Okay, so if they say they're going to buy gold, or that they're buying the Japanese yen, or that they're going to sell the Great British Pound, all right, they will actually say that on our live sessions, and you can actually trade with them and make money. So these are really, really powerful sessions. I'm a part of those sessions as well. And it really is an amazing experience to see how many people get on those, thousands of people a day, and are actually making money doing that. Then you have what's called Earn While You Learn. This is really powerful. When you first get involved with the company, most people don't know what they're doing. They've never traded before. So we put together a couple products. And in fact, I'm actually going to show you one of them. I'll actually show it to you here right on the screen. So this product right here is called SwipeCoin, and this is for cryptocurrency. What happens is with this app, a trade idea will be sent to your phone. It shows up as a notification, just like any other app. And you just open it up, and it looks like this. And what it does, and I'll kind of zoom in here, it'll actually send you a trade idea. Like this last one is for Bitcoin. And if you notice, it says it is a buy. Okay, the latest trade idea, it gives you the entry, it gives you the take profit, and it gives you the stop loss. So the way that you look at that is this is work that somebody else has done that is an expert. They send the trade to your phone, and all you do is copy and paste. Here's another one as just an example. I'll do a share screen with you guys again. Let me bring this up. So we have another product called Vibrata, and right here in the middle, when a person first gets involved, they really don't understand how all this works. When you look at this middle section here, it's just going up and down and up and down and up and down, right? And then when you look at the left side and you click on the trade ideas, and I just kind of scroll through like this, these are trades that are going to be sent through an app, and they're typically for Forex. Some of them are for Bitcoin as well. But what happens is these trade ideas that they send to your phone, you can actually place them in just like you would SwipeCoin. SwipeCoin is specifically for crypto. On these, most of them are going to be with Forex. And all you do is copy and paste information. So let's just take, for example, right here. So Randy, one of our educators, had sent earlier a buy on the New Zealand dollar and the US dollar, okay? And when he sent that, in fact, let me find what, because he was sending a trade update on that one. Let me find one that was actually not an update. Well, that's actually one of the cool things that the company does as well. Okay, so here we go. So Andre had sent a buy on the Great British Pound, Japanese yen. And then what he did is he put in the take profit, and then he put in the stop loss. So think about it that they've basically done your homework for school. They send the trade, comes to your phone. All you do is you just copy and paste it in. So that's why I tell people in under 10 minutes a day, you can copy and paste the trades that we send to you, and you can be successful doing that. Like I said, I know with this particular team here that actually organized this webinar, they have been extremely, extremely successful doing that very thing. Okay. All right. So one of the cool things that the company had put together is a 2 and free. What that means is, look at it this way. It would be like you getting your college or university tuition for free, just getting a scholarship. You share with 2, your membership is free, which means you have no subscription fee. So you're getting all the education tools for free. Okay, so it's really, really powerful. Again, look at it like you're getting the education to a school for free. And then this is the last piece. This is the Home-Based Business Academy. The reason why that I emphasize this one is because it's a way for you to produce more income so that you actually have more money to trade with, because you're going to want as much money as you are able to have to trade, because you can actually compound that wealth at the same time. So this is the way that it breaks down. Let's say I were to go out and share it with 3 customers. The company starts paying me $150 a month. Those 3 are naturally going to share it with 3 on social media or offline, because why? They're making money. So now you actually have 12 customers in your network. You're making $600 a month. Those 12 share it with a few. You now have 30. You're making $1,000 a month. Folks, this is extra income that you can use outside of your job. It's extra income outside of your trading, which you then can turn that around and take that income and actually compound it by trading. So this is the entire compensation on the home-based business side, from Platinum 150 to Chairman 500. We have people who are making anywhere between 6 to 8 figures, even on a monthly basis, my friends. I was actually just hanging out with individuals over a week ago that are doing about $700,000 to $800,000 on a monthly basis. Other individuals, including myself, they literally make thousands and thousands of dollars on a weekly basis. And I can tell you, this is all from just sharing. One of the things I really like about this company that I found is most people do not like selling anything. They don't want to sell vitamins, lotions, potions, powders, pills, and bug juice. And here you do not need to sell. The product by itself can make you money. The business side is to reduce your taxes and increase your income. See, what I found is that rich people talk about net worth and assets, whereas poor people talk about income. So this is a way for you to increase the money that you have so that you can actually build assets and actually trade that money to compound it so that you're actually gaining wealth. All right. So the biggest question that we get is how you can actually start. So I tell people out of these 2 packs, the best one to start with is the 225 Platinum pack. That is with tax. And that basically is going to get you off the ground. The monthly fee, which doesn't start for 30 days, is $165. That includes the tax as well. That maintains your education. Just think of it like, again, the schooling. You're just paying your monthly. And again, you have 2 ways to get rid of it. Share with 2. The membership is waived. The other option is just make more money than you actually paid, because you look at this and say, okay, am I willing to invest in myself and invest my future to change my financial situation? Yes, absolutely. Some people watching this spent thousands of dollars going to college or the university, and then they're still trying to pay back student loans, right? And so with this, it's very low cost. The value is massive. And that's what I tell people. If you knew what I knew, you'd do what I do. Because if you saw what we've been able to make with what we've actually put into the subscription, it truly is incredible. People's lives are being blessed all over the world. And what I'm going to do is, first of all, I want you to put in the chat box where you're actually, just any questions that you guys might have in regards to, the company, the products, the services, the compensation. I'll make sure and get those answered. I'll bring that up right now just in case there are any questions. There's a chat box in front of you. And then what I want to do is I want to turn it back to Roger, so that if he has anyone he wants to bring on or any other questions that he wants to ask, I want to make sure that I get your questions answered, because the thing that's important to me is that you guys have clarity. It's very simple. All you have to do is simply copy what we send to you, get a free membership, and then if you have the desire, you can share it with other people so that you make more money, which means that you have more money to trade with. That's why I built the business side, the affiliate side, is because it's given me more money to actually be able to trade with. So with that, Roger, I'll turn it back to you and I'll stay on here.
Okay, Brandon, thanks for that. So great presentation. And again, very, very clear and simple, I think, for everyone. So we're going to give people the opportunity to ask us questions if they want to. But what I want to do right now, Brandon was talking about the system that we're working, where we have a bunch of people that are placing these trades, and we're getting signals from IM, and we're just sort of honing in on the very best of signals, and we're sending them out to a bunch of people, and we have some very, very happy people, quite literally all around the world, that are getting results from this. So first person I want to speak to, if I can, is, let's go to Denmark. So we have a lady in Denmark. Her name is Dorte. Dorte, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Roger?
Very, very well, thank you, Dorte. It seems the ages since we've spoken.
Yeah, it is.
But Dorte,
yeah.
Tell me, when did you get started with the group that we're sending with these signals out right now? We're calling it the Winning Circle. When did you get started with the Winning Circle?
I started exactly the 11th of November. That
Okay.
was Monday, my first trade. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 11th of November.
Mm.
So we're just
2.5
over 2
weeks.
weeks. Okay. How many trades have you placed in that time?
In the first week, I think I placed 13 and they were all winning trades, so no losses.
Okay.
And the next week, which was last week, I placed 11 trades, all winning trades. So yeah, and I think from this Monday until today, I think it's around 11 trades I have been trading. Yeah, so I'm very, very pleased.
And no losses at all this week either?
No losses at all.
So we're consistent all the way through?
Yeah,
okay.
I've taken every place, yeah. In
terms of growth in your account, how's that grown your account over the last couple of weeks?
I'm up with $1,429 US.
$1,429 US?
Yeah, in total.
In just over 2 weeks?
Yeah.
And how much time are you actually putting into placing these trades when they come through?
I don't use any time. I just put them in, press buy or sell, whatever the signal said to me, and then I'll just leave it and then wait for my goal.
Okay, yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah,
okay.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
Thanks. You're welcome.
Okay. Now, I should add at this point, guys, that we're not going to promise anyone that you're going to get the same returns that Dorte gets or any of the stories you're going to hear right now, because we can't make any kind of guarantees. Different people are trading with different amounts of money. Some people will make more, some will make less. But the important thing we want to get across is the fact that all of these trades are winning and all of these accounts are growing. So let's get some more stories for you. So the next person I want to speak to is here in the UK. He's in the Midlands. His name's Malcolm Harris. Malcolm, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me, Roger?
We certainly can. Malcolm, so you got started, when did you get started with the Winner's Circle?
Oh, the same as Dorte, on the 11th, which is about 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and so in the same space of time, Dorte's placed 24, 30 something trades. How many trades have you placed in that space of time?
Well, I've placed 42 in that space
42
of time.
trades. Okay.
Yeah.
And as the 42 trades, how many won?
All of them.
42.
Haven't lost one. 42 trades, yeah.
Haven't lost a single trade. Okay.
Not one, no.
And in terms of your account size, what's that done to your account in 2.5 weeks?
Well, I started off with about £900 in there. Then over that 2.5 weeks, I've made nearly £700, and I'm about 75, 76% up in 2.5 weeks. So with any luck, by the end of this week, I may have doubled it.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you for that, Malcolm. Appreciate that.
Pleasure.
Okay, I want to talk to a lady right now who's in Scotland. Now, this lady is much newer as far as this is concerned. Her name's Jean Fergus. Jean, can you hear me?
I can, yes, Roger.
Hi, Jean. So, Jean,
yeah.
you only started with us last week, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, tell people, well, first of all, whereabouts in Scotland are you?
I'm in a place called Cumbernauld, and it's right in the middle of between Glasgow and Edinburgh. So I'm right in the
Okay.
central belt.
And have you ever done anything like this before?
Never.
No experience with anything like this?
A bit. I kind of dabbled a bit with cryptocurrency, but it was
Right.
really just buying and selling, not so much sort of trading.
Okay.
So this is all totally new to me.
Okay, so you got started last week. Now,
Yeah.
last week, because you just got started, we suggested that you start with a demo account just to get used to it for the first week. Tell me how that first week went.
I started on Tuesday the 19th with the demo account, and I started with £1,000 in the demo account.
Yeah.
And I put in a lot size of 0.25. So I had 4 days of trading, and over the 4 days, I made £210 profit.
Okay.
No losses at all. So that was about 21%.
Okay.
Growth.
So that was your learning curve. That was
my
on
learning curve. Yeah, I was excited about that.
And then this week you started with a live account with your own money.
I did, and initially I was going to start with just £500, but I was that excited with what happened with the demo account, I changed my mind, and I thought I'll start with £1,000. So that was on Monday, and I'm just like 3 days in so far. Again, 0.25 sort of lot sizes I'm putting on. I've done 8 trades so far in the 3 days, and I'm up just now £157.93 profits. No losses. I've still got 1 trading just now, but I've had no losses. So that's what, 15% in 3 days.
That's
so
worth having,
I'm
isn't it?
really happy with that.
Fantastic. How easy have you found it to get to grips with it?
Very easy. I was quite scared at first, obviously I contacted yourself, Roger, and I was actually frightened to actually press the buttons on my phone in case I made a mistake, but I can't believe the second weekend, and I'm a lot more confident. Yeah.
Fabulous.
I'm enjoying it as well. It's great.
Yeah, I bet you are. Okay. Right. Well, let's see how good the story is by next week. Okay. So let's just have a quick look around now. There is someone else that I wanted to speak to, and I'm just looking at the names. We have a gentleman who is brand new to us, and I haven't spoken to him, so I'm going to have to start straight away. His name is Eshinan. Eshinan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Fabulous. Put the camera on. Brilliant. Okay, Eshinan, you and I haven't had the chance to speak, so tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Yeah, actually, I'm in Abbeywood at the moment in London.
Okay.
The name is Eshiman.
Eshiman, my apologies. Okay. So Eshiman, you're literally brand new to us. When did you start with us?
22nd, that's last Friday.
Last Friday. Okay. Right. And I believe a friend of ours called Eunice introduced you to the business.
Yes.
So tell me how your first few days have gone.
It's been wonderful, I would say, because I was having a bit cold feet, about the whole business. But in the past, I would say today is my 4th day, and it's been wonderful.
Okay. How many trades have you actually placed?
I've placed a couple, not very sure about it, but because everything that I've put in so far has been positive, all winning. So it's like I've lost count of how many trades I've put in, but I think quite a bit, yes, quite a lot.
Okay, but in terms of return on investment, what sort of return have you had in the last few days?
And that's a good part. It's I've got currently I'm on 17%. I've increased my balance by 17%.
17% in the space of 4 days.
4 days, yes.
Fabulous. Fabulous. Eshelman, thank you for your time. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Move on and just see if there is anyone else that we wanted to quickly get hold of. I think I'm actually looking, because we're going to repeat ourselves a little bit, and I want to try not to repeat ourselves. So, Brandon, just give us a couple of minutes if you can, and just tell us your feelings right now. If you've got someone brand new getting started with the business, what would you be telling them they should be doing in the first instance?
Well, I mean, the first thing is they need to make sure that they're working with someone in the company that's successful. That's the main thing, because sometimes we're following people that are not being successful. So mentorship is the first thing. Then we have a system that gets people set up. System stands for save yourself time, energy, and money. So you need to plug into the system. If you're brand new, you do exactly what we tell you to do. You follow the mentors, and you're going to have success. If you want to reinvent the wheel and do things on your own, you're going to get killed. I tell people you're going to get murdered in the market if you do things your own way. Yet if you follow what we tell you to do, and you plug into the system that we have right on the website, the chances of you being successful, as you heard with these new customers, these people just got here, you'll have the same experience as well.
Okay, right. And in terms of getting started in the first instance, we have a ton of videos. I mean, you record videos more than you should be like an up-and-coming Spielberg with the amount of videos you put out when it comes to this. But all the video training we have is all there for us, and all the help and support we need is there as well.
Yep. Yeah. So we've put together a lot of videos, made them as basic as we can make them on 72hourfaststart.com. I've also got a YouTube channel that people can just grab the playlist that has a bunch of educational videos as well. So that gives people some of the information that they need to get started. I tell people, look, success takes time, but the cool thing is you can start making money within your first few days, even on a practice account. What that's going to do is it's going to raise your confidence. It's going to raise your belief. And then naturally, you're going to end up telling other people about it, which means you get a free membership as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's exactly what we told Jean to do last week. And Jean had the first few days getting used to it, and now she's into profit. So fantastic stuff. Okay, so normally, guys, we normally have a training on Thursday, but tomorrow night is Thanksgiving over in the USA. So we're not going to have a training call tomorrow night, but we do have a training call next Monday. And Brandon, I'm going to ask you to come back on for 1 second longer, if you don't mind, because next Monday, Brandon is going to be doing a training for us, but he's actually got a very special guest who is invited to join us on next Monday's call. Brandon, do you just want to tell people why they should be listening to that call and why it's critically important for them?
So when you saw the ranks that I was showing you on compensation, there was one called Chairman 500, which was actually the top rank. So a good friend of mine, a partner named Matt Rosa, he's under 30 years of age. He's making about $700,000 a month, not including the money that he makes trading. So he's actually going to be on that training call with me. I'd promote it to as many people as you can to be on there, because he's going to teach some things to you that he actually shared with us at our chairman retreat in the Dominican Republic about a week ago that are really powerful. So here's what I tell people. You've got to be obsessed with progress, getting new information, because information changes situations. So make sure you guys are on there. Invite other people to be on the call, because you want to take advantage of people like that are on there to learn from them. It's just like if Tony Robbins were coming to my city, I'm not going to be like, you know what, I'm going to be sitting home watching college football. I'd make it to the Tony Robbins event, right? So you want to do that same kind of thing so that you can always be learning and growing, because all it takes is one idea that can literally change your entire life.
Fabulous. Brandon, I'm looking forward to that. And I will be sitting there, notepad in hand, getting as much as possibly can out of it. Thanks for your time. Thank you for your time, guys. Appreciate everyone of coming on. We do this same call every Thursday. Brandon explains things so clearly. If you've got anyone who you think might be interested in this, invite them to come and listen to this call. Brandon will put it across in the simplest possible fashion, and we can get people started and get people making money just as quickly as some of the people you've already heard from tonight. So for that, let's wrap it up for the moment. Thanks for your time. We'll see you all next week. My name's Roger Garth. Bye, everybody.